But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too? Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings
Oh, eye color
exist in
swapped.
this world
I forgot. They're
precisely
different
to
places
give
now.
people a chance to turn things around.
Are they, or is it just the
It
same?
is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat. Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt? You truly are the perfect human, my ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. Huh? Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role, that of the new Archon. Play as a god? That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost. But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed. Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity. I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this. So, how long am I going to have to play this role? To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial.
Focalors
and
dies. That
everyone
means
will
Furina
be
will just
saved.
start aging now.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Scene 2. Tension. Furina. How did she even pull this one off?
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people.
Come on, you gotta put up the act, girl. I know you can do it.
What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the opera
puppy clays. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalors, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine.
Ethically? I don't know, it's close politely or empathically. I'm just turning up and turning up all the drama and not having it all 100 over what 110%, 120%, over 200%. Empathically.
There is no trouble in this world that justice
I forgot.
cannot solve.
There's multiple
All that is needed
for
is
it,
for you, my people, to believe in it.
multiple
and
meanings for one
soul.
word.
So long as I, the Archon Focalors, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Opera House, Furina, Scene 3. Should have done the other way. Right behind us. Oh, now we're running. We're running straight into it.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Nuevillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
Oh, that's right, she kept saying that.
I may be so impertinent. What kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Let us run to the next scene.
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Every day, she has to keep going and playing as the almighty god Focalors. Her hair has grown out, and her outfit's changed. Which is probably showing the semblance of time when she first was doing this and everything. Short hair, wearing black, that was her. Now, as time's gone by, she's adopted more the style of the person that she saw in the mirror.
Here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy. The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. Alright, Furina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Scene 4, Opera House, Furina.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Lady Furina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Furina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about.
Jeez Louise, this girl is overworking
don't know
herself.
when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Scene 5, Opera House, Furina. Scene 1800, 200, yeah, Opera House, Furina.
Lady Furina, it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer, a descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Furina. My lady?
What is it?
Crying.
Good citizen.
Oh, are you crying?
Uh-huh. Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much.
my limit. No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Scene 1876 Opera House. Furina and us.
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
That's my voice. Is this scene from when we were within the giant mountain? This is great. I didn't think that this scene would play in her inner world. Surely, I'll find out what she wanted to tell me this time.
Share my burden.
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone. But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Furina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really alright?
Come on, girl.
You've worked so hard.
It'll be fine. Like, who would we tell anyways? I mean, why would we tell anyone anyways?
It'd be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard.
Come on.
I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Oh?
Fine.
Just it. Just fine. Never going to tell us in the first place. Couldn't possibly have the curse.
So even
understand.
Furina doesn't know the truth.
Oh, we're back to
You've never
Nuevillette
once
and
let her in on the
Focalors.
full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
Poor
I
Furina.
believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've
Is
always
it what I
suspected
predicted?
that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice.
I was
within the
right.
core
I
chamber.
was. Wait, was I? Wait, I'm
It
not gonna
now
say I was
seems
right
that
and then
that
it'd be like,
person
aha,
was you,
no. Stuck.
hidden within the machine
Stop
all
trying to
along.
theorize things.
Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
So that's what that whole thing was about.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed. I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice.
Until the
But really,
big trial
some
happened.
have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority has been,
So she created
had to be, accumulated.
So she created her
to
own
enact this death sentence.
execution
It
device.
was all part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
Right, there always has to be
So
7
the
in place
Oratrice's
to
call
rule
for
over
death was for
each
neither
nation.
Furina nor Focalors, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course.
Meaning he'll
In
be a
other
full
words,
Dragon of Sovereign.
This was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
That's why that you were the successor here the entire time.
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nuevillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Nuevillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Nuevillette.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Well, a lot happened, Avia. You know, the real Focalors and Furina are two different people. You know, there's real Focalors and then Furina. And oh, guess what? Focalors decided to marry Antoinette herself. Oh, and now Nuevillette has all power over the Hydro. So he's probably the only lone protector of the Hydro. And oh yeah, that's right. We broke the rule of the 7 Archons. The 7. Yeah, we kind of broke that too. So we're in some real deep crap.
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
But didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
You obtained power just now?
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
You mean me?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Can I just want a break for 1 second. I'm stuck in this cutscene. Hell, if it's not the animated ones, it's the talking ones. I just see Kaeya there, and that's a very big whale. I do not want to fight this whale. Narwhal, that's great. Narwhal, that's great. Narwhal. God, I don't want to. Yeah, how am I supposed to execute that? Oh my god.
Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source.
Yeah, neither would I.
We can find a way to attack it
Where
from
is it?
within. I shall share.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
We shall look for an
It's coming. Am I supposed to just non-stop attack this thing and pray for the best?
Gather.
Yep. I'm supposed to do that, aren't I?
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Are you completely immune to Hydro? No, you're not. Oh, that's amazing. Come back here. Come back here. Come back here. It's kind of hard to hit you when you're flying all over the... Oh, I give up.
Solidify.
I'm gonna keep applying my shields because I don't know... What? Destroy the eye? Oh god.
The all-devouring Narwhal cannot resist
Uh-oh.
its instinct to devour.
Uh-oh.
Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance
Why?
will present itself.
Why? Why? Nuevillette, why? Why are you sending me on a suicide mission? This is what it is. Where is he? No, 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 no. Why did it just eat me? Oh, the soundtrack go hard though. This song goes hard. Oh my god, what is that? Yeah, I'm just gonna go all out. I don't give a damn.
Oh, so sorry.
I don't give a damn. He's breaking my frame rate anyways. You're gonna die now. Oh, your things explode.
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
Yeah, that'll be easier said than done, Nuevillette. Easier said than done. Fighting or whatever the hell this is. It's not gonna be that easy, Nuevillette. Run.
What's the hurry?
Woo, that actually hit my Zhongli. That is not good luck. I thought I switched off in time.
Dodge this.
No, my sword.
Gather.
What'd you get for hurting my...
Cool it.
Oh god, it's going down so slowly.
Dodge this. Stabilize.
Where? What the hell's going on now?
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well.
So why am
It was just
I
supposed to be
in
a short
another...
private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually,
Master's
I had
pet?
a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
Disciple? Your master's pet, that's what I want to know.
Who are you exactly?
I'm guessing you're Skirk.
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
Okay, so who would take an all-devouring narwhal as a goddamn pet?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Why would someone have that as a pet?
This pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master?
Oh my gosh, look at those boots!
Master.
Give me.
Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did.
Him?
His name is Sertologi.
Sertologi? Wait, I've heard that before.
Huh?
I've heard Sertologi before.
I'm familiar with that name.
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
Yes.
The foul?
Yes, yes.
Still nothing? Well, how about the visionary?
Oh, it's Rhine-Daughter again?
Gold Rhine-Daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-Daughter's part of the Hexen Circle.
She's Albedo's mom.
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar
Wait,
sort
that's
to
what I was
Rhine-Daughter.
thinking. That wasn't Rhine-Daughter.
Pursuing some
It's,
form of perfection.
I've heard the name before. I've heard the name before, but I just can't remember.
Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you.
No, you're gonna say something.
Narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos.
Oh, great.
In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
Wow.
What?
There's little to be surprised about, Paimon. It is a natural after all. The prophecy will surely come true. We'll do this and accepted it. However...
Not to worry. Focalors has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
All hands initiate emergency rescue. Hurry! Hey, lend a hand. Look! The water's receding! We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong.
Ah, come on. I just got out.
The soil renewed. The Furina di Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Furina di Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it. Skyship Winglet, Booner Brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
It might have been real big shots from the start.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish
And,
further reports
you know,
and go
there's
into the
no
stories behind those
7,
people.
so I wonder how Celestia's gonna react. They're gonna be so pissed. They're gonna be like, are you kidding me? We have set rules for you guys and you don't listen. You see what happens?
Well-traveled eye.
We'll cause another disaster so you can die. What? Yep, another disaster. This is making me think more that, you know, Goddess Celestia, that another way to make the, a lot of the original gods to comply, especially like the 3 of them and everything, is that it forced them to the whole war against Conria as a way to kind of be like, you don't listen to my commands, this will happen to you. And Fontaine is the result of, you didn't listen to what I said in the rules. This is what's gonna happen to you and your people.
Come on, let's head to Poisson
So
first,
Conria is
and then
more
make
of a
trip to the fortress.
warning to them, and Fontaine is kind of like something that similar happened. Except the people didn't get killed or cursed. Oh, finale. Oh. Yeah, no, I have to take a break. I'm gonna have to record that on another day. The finale is getting too much right now for me. Especially doing that whole thing is taking like, oh my god, so long to go on recording. I was not prepared for that, so I'm getting really drained. So I hope you enjoyed this this videos. It'd be cut and split anyways. Oh, that was a lot to get through to. The cutscenes just like Huggin normally hates me. Normally does. Anyways, everything finding out so far is interesting. You know, whole wrapping up the story. We're gonna wrap it up, but you know, everything about like Furina and Focalors, which is kind of right about what a theory said, that people said that they're 2 different people. Never like getting his dragon thing back. Kinda was in the second one, basically kind of tease that, you know, he would have to get it back in order to do the threat as that. The whale being one of the big enemies, not that surprising. They kind of set it up very obvious, blatant, in your face. Also, what didn't help is that everyone also being like, not even when 4.2 was released, everyone's like, the whale, the whale. So if that's gonna be, you know, an enemy, like a weekly boss, you already know that's gonna be the evil one. Oh, this episode's so long. Come join me next time. We'll finish the finale for Fontaine. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.